Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast. I'm your host, John the Truth Dioria, and tonight we have another segment of 20 random questions. And tonight's guest is professional bare knuckle boxer Tommy the Samurai Turner. How you doing, Tommy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I appreciate you taking time to come on. I know you're actually in camp right now. You got a fight December 2nd, right?
Yes, sir.
So now, is your opponent's name, how do you say his last name? Is it Mitch Seabold?
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Seabold. Okay,
yeah.
And that, like I said, that's December 2nd. It's BYB Extreme 22, Denver, Colorado, right?
Yes, sir.
So everybody that wants tickets, is there a place online that can grab tickets, or do they got to get them in person?
Yeah, you can go online to byb.com or bybextreme.com, the ticket link there. And you can also toss my name in there, Tommy, for a little bit of savings and whatnot. But I think, or you might be able to get him out the door if you're in the area.
Okay, so how is camp going?
Camp's good. I've been in camp for 5 weeks already, 5 weeks to go. And my weight's good. Usually I'm about 15 pounds over about this time, and I'm only about 9 right now, so we're comfortable.
So now, do you usually do, that's 10 weeks. Do you usually do 10 weeks for a camp?
I try to do 8 to 12, somewhere in there. I mean, I'm always training, but camp's just a little bit more strict and a little different. So.
Okay, and what do you know about your opponent? Do you know much about him? Do you watch tape on him or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. His strength is he's a tough guy. I'd say his weaknesses is he doesn't have a whole lot of MMA experience, kickboxing, nor boxing experience. From what I've seen, he's got like 1 amateur kickboxing bout and then the three bare knuckle bouts, where this will be my 124th fight between boxing, kickboxing, bare knuckle, and Muay Thai. So,
wow, that's a lot of experience. So are you getting ready to get to these random 20 questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, question 1. How did you get involved in the sport of boxing and then transition into the bare knuckle boxing?
So my dad boxed as a kid. He kind of pushed it on me as a kid, so I didn't really like it. I was more of a football player. I got in a little bit of trouble, had a football scholarship taken away from me. Figured I need to pull my head out and do something. And boxing, I knew how to fight, so I kind of jumped into that. I actually first competed in MMA because I'd wrestled growing up. So once it was time to turn pro, I decided, hey, my hands got to get better. So I went to a boxing gym. Within a few months, the boxing trainer said, you're not fighting in the cage anymore, you're a boxer. So I've been boxing ever since.
Okay. So how long were you just a traditional boxer before you decided to transition into bare knuckle boxing?
So I started really competing at 19 in boxing. I started in my teens in MMA, but boxing I started at 19. I did 31 amateur fights. I was 31-0. And then I spent the last 12 years boxing professionally before picking up bare knuckle last February. Okay.
Question 2, what boxers have inspired you in your career?
Number 1's Gotti, Arturo Gotti. I like Joe Calzaghe and Jake LaMotta. And obviously, there's always Mike Tyson. He's got to be on the list. But
okay. Question 3, do you have any hobbies outside of the sport of boxing?
Yeah, fishing, outdoors. I live in Idaho, so there's water all around us. If you drive down 10 minutes, you're hitting a new body of water. So I've always got the poles with me. My main love is football my whole life. So I coach my kids' teams. That's fun. And then I run a barber shop, so I'm always stuck cutting hair.
Okay. Question 4. If you could go on any reality TV show, which one would you go on?
Was that Alone? Were they out surviving? I'll try to do that.
I was just thinking that in my head. I thought he'd be a good one on Alone because I
I would
watched
try
that
that.
whole series.
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely. I really thought you were going to say something like that, Survivor, Alone, one of those type of.
Or one of those shows with Bear Grylls, like where they're doing a lot of crazy stuff. That'd be cool.
Okay. Question 5. If you could have a traditional boxing match or a BKB fight with any fighter in history, alive or dead, who'd your ultimate fight be against?
I'd have to cut a little weight, but I'd say Arturo Gatti. Just to be able to share the ring with him. I mean, that's who I've always looked up to. So.
Okay. Question 6. If you had a Super Bowl party and you could only invite one NFL player over to watch the Super Bowl with you, past or present, who would it be?
Reggie White. I'm a Packers fan, so. But we won't talk about the Packers this year.
No, I'm a Packer fan too, and that was a little disappointing today. But, we had about a 35-year run, so.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, question 7. If you could go back in time to tell your younger self some advice, what age would you go back to and what would you tell yourself?
17. I would tell myself to stay away from the parties and focus on your scholarships and going to school.
Okay. Question 8. If you got into a street fight with 3 guys, what 2 athletes would you choose to be on your side to fight with you?
Mike, and I'd say probably Francis Ngannou.
Okay. And Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, yeah.
Okay. Question 9. Why do you box?
It's just the passion I have. I've been doing it so long, it's kind of hard to just lay that down. Boxing's kind of what pulled my head out of my butt and set me on the right path. And it's shown me a lot of new places. I've got to travel because of it. And I've got a family and a business now. And I think boxing's one of the big factors there.
Okay. Question 10. Who was the hardest puncher you've ever faced in the ring in a fight or sparring?
Barry Jones. My last fight, fought for the super middleweight world title in London. Watching his video, I didn't think he was that powerful, but he actually broke my orbital. So I've been healing up since June, or July.
Okay. Question 11. Are you artistic in any way with your hands besides fighting, as far as building things, painting, drawing, photography, mechanics, anything like that?
I'd say barbering, cutting hair.
Okay. Question 12. Would you do a cage dive with the sharks?
No, I don't. I don't do. The ocean scares the crap out of me.
Okay. Question 13. If you could box in a celebrity boxing match versus any actor or athlete, who would your opponent be?
Frank Grillo. I met him at a fight in Studio City, and he wasn't a very nice guy. So anytime his movies come on, I'm like, man, I wish. So maybe if he sees this, come to Bare Knuckle and we could do something.
Okay. Question 14. Have you ever had an incident where you almost died?
I was a backseat driver when we were teenagers, and we may or may not have been partying and driving home late, and kid rolled the car at about 70 miles an hour down a hill, and I woke up in a hospital, but just bumps and bruises. I'd say that's probably the closest.
Yeah, that could have went easily a different way.
Yeah.
All right, question 15. What has been the biggest accomplishment in your life?
Building a family.
Okay. Question 16. What's something that you're very passionate about besides boxing?
Again, that'd be my family and my right now my son's athletic career. He's trying to follow dad's footsteps, and he's that kid that's out back putting cones up and doing football drills by himself at all times. And so that's kind of my new passion, is helping him grow as an athlete.
Okay. Question 17. If you could have a conversation with one person in history, who would it be?
My father. He passed a while back. We weren't on great terms, and I've always kind of wished we could have sat down and had a real conversation.
Okay. Question 18. What's a typical training day for you?
So mornings is my conditioning. It's usually a long run. If it's not a long run, 5 to 7 miles, I'll do hill sprints, hill climbs, or we'll go ruck up one of the mountains we've got out here. Then breakfast, lunchtime is strength and conditioning. So I'll do push-pull exercises. Usually it's HIIT training, high intensity interval training. And then evenings is about 2.5 hours of boxing.
Okay. Question 19. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and that's 6 days a week.
All right. Question 19. What is something that your boxing fans don't know about you?
That I was probably a better football player than I was a boxer.
Okay. Question 20. This is your last question. How do you inspire other people?
I would say probably from what I hear a lot is more of I'm a humble fighter. I'm not the mouthy guy that's out here at weigh-ins pushing, shoving, getting in the guy's face. I'm quiet until it's time for action. So I kind of try to instill that on my kids, the kids I train. Don't run your mouth. When it's time for action, just be about the action.
Okay, well, listen, I appreciate you taking time, man, during your camp to come on here and do the 20 random questions. If you got any sponsors you want to shout out to or say anything to the fans, and then we're going to promote the fight one more time.
Yeah, so I've got Boomerang Tattoo, Thunderhand Tattoo, let's see, Agri Service, Napping Wyvern Press, Small Town Fitness, Unified Bullies, Tiger Strike Nutrition and Protein, and Beard Wisconsin. So, and then to the fans out there, make sure you tune in December 2nd. It is live on BN Sports, and that is free in America and Canada.
Okay, and where exactly can they find that?
So there's an app. Most people got these smart TVs now, so I just went in, found the app. It was the BN Sports app. I downloaded that. You can use that, or there's Tubi, the free TV. They've got the channel on there as well.
Okay. All right, one more time. So now I didn't mention it the first time, but it's actually the Rocky Mountain Brawl. And
yes.
It's Tommy Turner versus Mitch Seibold, December 2nd, BYB Extreme 22, Denver, Colorado. If you can't get tickets, you're not on that area. Like he said, definitely check the app out, find the app, look online, go on his Facebook page, Instagram, whatever, and look for more information before December 2nd and check him out. If anybody's seen any pictures of Tommy or any of his fights, he does not run around, man. He, win or lose, this guy will go out with blood on his face or blood on somebody else's face. So, I mean, if you're going to get a free fight and get to watch a guy just rip it up, I mean, this is the guy to watch, because I took a couple, I saw some pictures and a little bit of video and stuff. And, yeah, you love to fight, man. You could see it. I mean, the blood's dripping down your face. That don't bother you. You can see a switch turns on and it's fight mode time, man.
Yep. I don't like to dance. If we're gonna do it, let's just get in there and do it.
No, I saw that when you just mentioned about the guy over in London, man. You were game for that. You really wanted to fight with that dude. You just got caught, and it happens. It happens to the best athlete in the world.
Barry's the GOAT, man. He's the best bare knuckle fighter out there right now. He's already in the Hall of Fame, so I fed into his game plan. That was my mistake. I should have boxed him a little more rather than going at him like that.
But the thing is you had heart to actually go over there and actually fight him, though. A lot of guys wouldn't.
Sure, absolutely. And I asked for the fight, so I got what I asked for.
Okay. Well, listen, you got anything else to say before we end?
Nope. I just thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, hold on, and the truth has spoken.